My name's Ty Fighter. I'm a musical artist from Oxnard, California. I also own Top Flight Apparel and Top Flight Recording Studios. So my government name is Ty, and I'm a big fan of Star Wars. So just made that connection, and that's how it started. I don't know if I have a favorite, but definitely the original trilogy stands out above, all the newer ones, but I think any Star Wars fan would agree with that. I'm influenced by a lot of different artists, definitely influenced a lot by the area. Like Oxnard has a lot of dope artists that are underground that don't get the shine that they deserve. A lot of lyricism, a lot of old school boom bap type stuff. I really like that. As far as like mainstream influences, Mac Miller, Burner, older West Coast stuff, older East Coast stuff. I really take inspiration from everywhere. Me and the homie Drix made a song called Protect Your Neck, and even in the cover art, I have this, I don't know if you guys are familiar with dab dumpsters, but they make these little trash cans for Q-tips, like for when you're dabbing. So we had that in the cover art, and they have like a W, like basically ripped off the Wu-Tang logo. And so I guess they thought because of that and the name that we were doing like a cover song. It definitely was not a cover song, but I got it all cleared up and they reached out and they actually said the song was dope. There are a lot of struggles being an artist, but I think for most people finding a reliable, cheap studio is very difficult. Artists at the beginning stages don't make any money, so they're investing all of the money that they save up or that they earn into themselves. So deciding where to go to record, deciding if they want to get their own setup and teach themselves how to engineer and everything. I'd say that's the biggest struggle starting out, figuring out, your people. When I hear 805, I think of dope artists, hardworking people. I think a lot of people don't get the credit they deserve, whether it be artists, people working out in the fields, in the factories. Yeah, so I grew up, from a young age in Port Hueneme. When I was like 4, I moved over to Ventura. I lived in Thousand Oaks for a year, then moved back to Oxnard, and I've pretty much been in Oxnard ever since, but I've been all around the 805. Okay, so a while back I used to like make my own homemade edibles. I'd get like an ounce or two of shake and cook it down into some butter, make some brownies or whatever. And this one time I made some, and I was trying to make brownies, but I think I'm not good at following recipes, and I probably tried to like double the recipe, and like obviously it's like basic math, but I'm not really sure what went wrong. I think what happened was I had like a huge brick of butter, and I was pretty new to making edibles at the time, and I wanted to use all the butter, but it came out like in a fat quantity. It wasn't like a small amount of concentrated butter, it was like a whole big ass brick. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put the whole thing into like this brownie mix, even though it only called for a tiny ass little bit. So long story short, the brownies came out like super mushy, and so I decided, oh well, if I crumble them up into a ball, like they'll hold a form and I can eat them at least. Not realizing that I was like putting like 4 brownies into one, and not counting in that I didn't even do like a dry weight estimate of like the amount of THC milligrams it would be in each one. Like now I know how to do like a rough estimate and calculate it, but at the time I was pretty new to it, and I was just looking up like videos or asking homies like, yo, how do you make edibles? So I was supposed to like, after I ate the edibles, I like rolled them up into these balls. I had like 2, I gave my homie some. I was supposed to go eat with my dad, like have dinner with him. And I like wasn't even thinking that the edible was gonna fuck me up like that. Like I'd had some edibles before that weren't super strong. I hadn't had like a super bad or strong edible experience. So I told my homie like, yo, you wanna go to eat with my dad, just cause like sometimes it's awkward, like this fool won't be talking, and I don't know, just like, you wanna get some free food? My dad's gonna pay for food. It was like my roommate at the time and we're pretty broke. So we go to BJ's, and after like 30 minutes of being there, that shit like starts hitting hard. And cause we ate the edibles like as we were on the way out. So I start feeling it. I start feeling like mad uncomfortable. I feel like I'm turning, like my face is red, and I'm like kind of freaking out. So I go to the bathroom, like try and wash my face real quick, go back, and then I look at my homie, and he's fucking like, this fool is sweating, like all like dripping down his face. and he goes to the bathroom, and then he's gone for like 15 minutes at least, like 15 to 20 minutes. And my dad's like, is your friend okay? Like, did he go? Or like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. And I'm fucking like scarfing down this food. I'm eating fast as fuck because I got the munchies. And my dad never asked me anything about it, but I feel like he had to have known that we're like fucking blitzed, because I believe my dad used to smoke like when he was younger. I don't think he does anymore. But yeah, that was a crazy edible experience for me. After that, I like learned to calculate how strong to make the edibles and like how much to eat. And it really put it into perspective how not dangerous edibles can be, but like how intense they can be. Hey everybody, make sure you tune in to High Farm Season 2. You can find me on there, Thai Fighter, or on Instagram at ThaiFighter805.